Today we're going to be making some whoopie pies, and if you don't know what whoopie pies are, well, I've got the perfect person to explain them. Trish, what are they?
Well, whoopie pies are like a cross between a butter cake and a sponge kiss that your grandma used to make.
Yum.
Yeah, they're great.
So they're light, they're soft, delicate, and of course, extremely yummy.
They are made with Cadbury Bourneville cocoa and the Cadbury melts as well.
Wonderful.
Yummy.
So to make the actual whoopie pie...
All right, well, we can start easily by just combining the butter and sugar, and we cream those. Make sure it's nice and soft before you start. That just speeds things up a bit. You can pop in half a cup of sugar and then start beating.
And so you want that to be light and fluffy, pale in colour, of course.
Well, the whole point of beating the butter and sugar together is to try and incorporate as much air into the mixture as you can. While we're there, a little bit of vanilla. That'll give a little bit of extra flavour to the crumb, which is great.
Around a teaspoon.
Thereabouts.
Thereabouts, yep.
It's the one thing I probably don't measure as well as I could.
As long as you don't overdo it, it gives a wonderful flavour.
Well, I think so too.
like it.
I'm a great advocate of vanilla. I think it makes everything taste fantastic. OK, so that's looking nice and well creamed now, so we're going to add the egg to it. And once that's come together, we can actually put the sifted dry ingredients in. So we need a cup of plain flour.
1 cup.
I'll do the cocoa for you. This is Cadbury Bourneville cocoa. Make sure that you store it in an airtight container because it likes to absorb a bit of moisture. And because it can do that, we like to make sure that it's well sifted in case there are any little lumps.
Before I continue, other dry ingredients.
I'm going to give you some bicarbonate of soda and, for a little extra raising,
baking powder. All right.
So you sift all those ingredients together to make sure that they're thoroughly combined. You might just slow that mixer down a little.
Can I have a look at exactly the consistency you're looking for the next stage of this? So it's glossy.
It's beautiful and smooth. And
it's come together, it hasn't like sort of split together, which sometimes it does at this stage once you've added the egg, hasn't it?
Well, sometimes if you add a lot of eggs, if it's 2 or 3, it can't cope with all the moisture and it will start to split apart. That's right.
So that's all sifted.
Good, OK.
You put it all in together or...?
Maybe half at a time. Makes it a little easier to get it in. OK, while we're there, I'll put a little bit of buttermilk.
Buttermilk?
In fact, I might put the whole of the buttermilk in.
Why not? Just put it all in.
It's about half a cup. Now, we don't want great flour storms, so there's no point in turning it on so it goes everywhere.
And with the flour, if you're putting it into the wet mixture, if you overbeat it, it becomes quite dense.
Yeah, it makes it really quite tough. So that's half done. We'll put the rest in now. We'll get that to come back together. Essentially, all we're doing is that folding action with the mixer very gently. If you start to overmix it at this stage, it just makes it tough and it kind of knocks a lot of the air out too. It makes it a bit rubbery. That actually looks pretty good right now, so I might turn it off. There we go.
Looks good.
Yummy. That looks
yum.
great.
Very good.
All right, so what we need now is a nice lined tray.
Tray for you,
Just
Trish.
if you wouldn't mind, doll. And then all we need to do with this is to actually pop it onto the tray.
So are they going to spread quite a lot?
They will spread out a little bit, so give them a little bit of room.
These are old school, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They say that Amish were the people who invented them in Pennsylvania in the US and that they used to be called hucklebucks or something like that.
There you go.
And the Amish ladies used to make them in their kitchens and send them off for lunch with the husbands who apparently when they opened their lunch would go, oh, look, whoopee! It's like,
I love that story.
I know. It's like...
The story behind all good recipes.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how legit that is. But
I'll
anyway.
pop them in the oven, we'll wait 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes.
So our whoopie pies are baking in the oven and now we can make our filling. So what have we got?
OK, so really simple. 200 grams of the Cadbury milk melts. These are perfect for the filling because they melt quickly. Yep, they go over the simmering water. And then 250 grams of Philadelphia. So all we need to do is to melt the Philadelphia and the chocolate together until it's smooth. And you can take it off the heat and then put it into the fridge just until it's firm enough to spread.
And of course, when you're working with a bain-marie like this, not too hot, just simmering water, and the water should not touch the bowl.
Yes, you could do this in the microwave too if you like. I'd suggest it maybe on 30 to 50% power, maybe a minute or two, and check it every 30 to 60 seconds to make sure that it's not overheating. And sometimes in the microwave, the chocolate will hot spot. And what that means is the chocolate will sit there and look like it hasn't melted, but it will actually hold its shape. And then if you don't move it around, it can actually burn. So you need to make sure that you give it a good stir in between bursts of power. Once the chocolate is melted down, the mixture will be lovely and smooth. We can put it into the fridge and let it sit there for a while until it's firm enough to spread. Then we can fill the whoopie pies.
Great. Trish, they've cooled down. They're kind of soft. They're interesting,
nice and
aren't
spongy. So load them up. Just out to the edges, and then you can sandwich it together. Yummy.
Look at those.
Yeah, they're great.
It always looks like it, you know, those cookies with the ice cream when you put them together.
Yeah.
But this is, you know, soft all the way through. All right.
Squish them together.
All right, whoopie pies.
Little sprinkle.
Oh, sorry, little sprinkle.
No, but there you go. Here. Done.
Trish, they're wonderful.
Yeah, they're delicious, aren't they?
For me, that's afternoon tea at its best.
Absolutely. With a cup of tea, off you go.